Randumb Rants. Like and subscribe. You already know, man. Ronnie from Menace II Society. It's one of my favorites. Now, we going to start at the beginning, but we going to make that real quick. Because it's not really that important, right? It's not really that important. But we'll start from the beginning anyway, though, right? Born Ronette Wingfield. Born and raised in Watts. Father passed away early. Gang violence. Unfortunately. Was raised by a mother. And she came up around the way, Took a liking to Purnell at an early age. How early? But we'll talk about that. And you probably wondering, how do you even know her real name? Her name is Ronnie in the movie. Ronette Wingfield, where you get that from? Well, I saw her birth certificate. So I know the exact year she was born. But if I told you that now, you wouldn't watch the video. So we are going to get on that. Now, like I said, around the way girl, she's down. She's down. Kane mentions this in the movie. She used to be down. Now, I guess this is where we can insert the movie, right? And you guys have seen the movie. You already know. You clicked this video. You already saw the movie by now, right? So you guys remember this scene. And you guys remember exactly what Kane says to Purnell in his mind, right? Y'all not grown? What they say? Yeah, we not, but we older than you, though. So Purnell isn't grown in this particular scene. And another thing, Kane says in the next couple scenes after this that, yeah, my father transitions, he passed away and whatnot when he was 10. And his mother, was strung out. This caused him to move to Jordan Downs with his grandparents and whatnot. So that traumatizing scene, that first scene of the movie, of course, when Kane was young, it's safe to say he's around 8 years old, right? And it's also safe to say that Purnell is not 18 because he isn't grown yet. That was already established. Now, when we fast forward and we, come to present times, the movie takes place at Watts, 1993. And Kane is a senior. He's already graduating. And he's already 18, and we'll give the clues away for that in a few moments. Just spare me. Now, you guys are introduced to Ronnie in this particular scene, where you see little Anthony on his little tricycle and whatnot. You see Kane stops it. Then you see Ronnie pops out. And you see how she looks at him. She's just letting him know, oh, I'm so proud of you, Kane. You graduated from high school. You've already accomplished more than so many people in this area. And you're destined for greatness. You just gotta want more. You gotta want better for yourself, She's talking to him. Very motherly like in a sense, You guys saw the movie and you guys know from my tone, you know where I'm going with this. So, but just bear with me and spare me. Just spare me, And she's talking to Kane like that, but Well, because she has her own son, right? And her son's father is Pernell. The same Pernell that Kane even quoted. What'd he say? Pernell looked out for me when things got rough. He showed me what being a hustler was all about. So like Pernell was looking out for him. And we find out that Pernell is locked up. And Kane is looking out for his son. He's like, that's the least I can do. He showed me how to be a man. My father passed away when I was 10. So now we fast forward the graduation party with Kane's cousin Harold. You already know that tragic event. You already know. And now he's at the hospital. This is the next time we see Ronnie. This is the next time. And Ronnie already letting Kane know. Yeah, I hollered at your grandparents. They said I could pick you up. And they gave me your clothes too. And Kane was like, oh, you driving? They must want me to go. And I'm just thinking to myself, wow. His grandparents are older. Much older than Ronnie. And they trust this young lady, to pick up their grandson from the hospital. This was the first time he's ever been, pow pow. Hurt like that. So I'm just curious, like, how old is Ronnie? Because, she appears to be young in the movie, but how old are you? And this leads to the next scene, right? Because now we're about to get down to it. Kane walks in and she offers him something to eat, very motherly like. And she says, Anthony is 5 years old. And, Anthony's cursing. Now, this is the scene where Anthony's like, you want to go play the game? I'll kick your... Y'all remember the scene? Y'all remember, right? And she's like, what? My son is 5. Uh-oh. My son is 5. Okay, cool. Well, that's cool because this takes place in 1993 and Kane has to be 18. How is he 18? Oh, because he just signed himself out of the hospital because you can't. You're not his guardian. But he's 18 though, right? He just signed himself out of the hospital. So he had to be born in 75. And he was 12 when Anthony was born, right? So you've seen Kane grow up. I guess it's safe to say that now, right? Oh, I'm not done painting. I'm not done painting this picture. Don't even worry. We're not even done painting this picture yet. It's the same thing. She telling him, oh yeah, I got a letter from Pernell. He just lifting, reading. And you know what? Can you stop giving me money? I know you're sliding in money in my drawer. And he like, look, it's not like you got a job, Ronnie. I'm trying to help you out. Pernell looked out for me. And what's up with that? Like, you used to be down. She like, well, I got a son now, Kane. I'm not the same girl I used to be. Back when you was 12, 11, 10. Because I had him when you was 12, so you must be talking prior to that, right? No, I'm not that girl no more. Actually, I'm a grown woman. Yes, I'm a grown woman. And I want a better example around my son. Because when I look at you, Kane, I see what Pernell used to be. And I don't want you to go down that path. You just graduated high school. You just made it to be 18. You've accomplished so much coming from here. The next time we see Ronnie is on screen with her son, Anthony. And she's explaining to him, police brutality in a sense. The best way she can to a young, innocent boy. Like, why is Kane bruised up like that from the police. She's just trying to explain to him the best way she can. She's a young mother. It's just her, with the exception of Kane, who's bringing in, drug money. It's neither here nor there, though, right? And then the next scene, we see Ronnie again visiting Kane, who's bruised up from that police brutality incident. And he's in a hospital. She breaks some news to him. She's like, Kane, I got great news for you. I got an office job, making about $24K a year. And he's like, all right, She's like, but guess what, though? The job is in Atlanta, Kane. And Kane like, well, you should take it. I mean, it's not like there's anything here. But she like, I want you to come, though. You should come with me because there's not anything here. And you have a future, Kane. And this is the scene where she makes her first move on young Kane. Well, Kane ain't that young now. Kane is not an innocent dude now. But she makes her move on Kane. Even, kisses him on the cheek. And, it has Kane wondering. It's like, he's up thinking like, dang, Ronnie really is feeling him. His friends always tease him like, yeah, we know you smacking Ronnie, we already know. He like, nah, it ain't nothing like that. Pernell crush me. They like, what? He has life without parole. I don't think Pernell is thinking about you, to be honest. But, Kane, he's loyal. He's loyal, in a sense. Oh, but I guess times will change because in that next scene, we have Ronnie's going away party. And Stacy, of course. Stacy and my Muslim man, Sharif. They supposed to go to Kansas. Ronnie going to Atlanta, right? You guys remember the scene. Little Anthony pops out. He wants to try to bear so bad. Like, he wants to be grown so bad, Luckily, thank God his mother comes out and saves that so he doesn't become another Kane, right? Because it was going to be the opening scene all over again. But she saves him. He goes in the house, and we got Chauncey. Chauncey creeping on Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie was good, Ronnie. Come mess with a player like me, like, he trying to give her game, and he drunk. He off his third 40 ounce. How many ounces is that? He's been drinking that much malt liquor. And Kane telling him, like, chill out, Ronnie, you my man and all that. Just chill out. You a little drunk and whatnot. Well, they go in the room. What my man Chauncey said. Cock blocking him, Like, yeah, I'm going to holler at you, Ronnie. I see you. And they go in the room, right? And you guys remember this scene, right? I know you guys remember this scene, the going away party. She's like, Kane, have you thought about it? Because this is the going away party. Like, I'm serious about it, and I really want you to come. Really want you to come with me. And I mean, at first Kane's a little reluctant, like, come on now, I ain't pressed to go to Atlanta now. Like, I just got beat up by the police out here. I'm still gonna be black over there. That's down south. Like, why are you pressing me to go out there so bad? And Ronnie's like, come on now. I care about you. Anthony cares about you. I want to see you succeed like I've been telling you this whole movie. I've been making plays at you this whole time. My dude has been locked up for 5 years. You've been looking out since you've been on the block. I mean, and this is when she just goes super smack at Kane. And they get intimate. I mean, Kane actually tries to walk away. She blocks the door. And they get intimate. They get intimate. And when they're done, and I mean, like, it's in the middle of a party, you know, like, it's loud, but people not crazy. They like, oh yeah, Kane in the back with Shorty, you know. And Stacy not stupid. Stacy a Mac Daddy anyway. Stacy a poon hound. You feel me? So he already hip. You see his face? Like, I know you was back there. He like, mind your business. And then that infamous scene happened, and I know y'all know. Y'all saw the movie. Chauncey get a little aggressive with Ronnie. Come here, baby. Been wanting you all night. He don't even care that she just, you know, got through with Kane. He don't care. He's drunk. Pissy drunk. 4.5 40s in. You see the Kane's face? Like, you see his face? Like, nah, man. Nah. He realizes he cares for Ronnie too. He got him. Ronnie's trapped him. Oh, he smacks Chauncey with the whop. Y'all know what happened. Y'all saw the movie. Y'all know what happened after that. Smacks Chauncey with the whop. Causes Chauncey to do what he got to do. Now, we're going to do a Chauncey episode, so you don't got to worry about that. I'll do that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. But yeah, smacked him with the whop. Beat him down real good. I mean, after that, y'all already know, you know, side story, Kane messing with the bad light-skinned chick. Y'all know the computer love scene. Computer love. Looking for my computer. Hey! Nah. Let me chill though. But yeah, he ended up getting her pregnant. And Junior from Players Club, the cousin, he ain't trying to have it. A very brave guy, pulls up over Jordan Downs and he gets stomped out. Y'all know what happened. I don't have to explain that part, right? Because that's a sad part. We getting back to Ronnie though. And in the next scene, we see him go to the penitentiary to visit Purnell. You see Ronnie, you see Kane. And it's so funny. I guess it was already worked out like, yeah, don't bring Anthony up here. You know, please don't bring him up here. I don't even want him to see me like this. But Kane is behind Ronnie, his baby mother and whatnot, son's mother. And he doesn't even really want to speak to her. Hey. She's like, hey, how you doing? Good. How's the boy? How's the baby? Good. Okay, well, let me speak to Kane. Like, it was just like real, like, you know, like, I don't even got nothing to say to you. Like, it was like, oh, but before you go, I love you. She just hung up the phone because she ain't tripping off him. You feel me? Kane get on the phone. He like, Kane couldn't even look him in his face. Couldn't even look him in his face. And Purnell already knew, like, oh yeah, he hitting her. She done gave it to him. She gave it to him, you know. She gave it to him. She gave it to him, Slim. He like, just go to Atlanta with her, man. I raised you, man. And I want you to raise my son. Yep. I want you to raise my son because I can't do it. I want you. See, me and Ronnie already talked about this on the low. I wrote it in a letter and said, if you were to be with anybody, I ain't getting out. So I guess I wouldn't mind it being Kane. You know, it's sick. It's so sick. But I want you to, raise my son. I want you to be a stepfather, And Kane grants, I mean, he takes the, he's like, all right, I'll take your blessings, I'll take your blessings. Like, just whatever you do, just raise Anthony and don't teach him the same things I taught you, please, please. Just, you already graduated, man. Like, just just make sure my son good, man, please. And in the next scene, we got moving day. Moving day. You guys remember? Old dog don't even want to move the stuff. You got Sharif, he don't mind helping, but like old dog don't even want to help, man. And it's like that's you see the scene right here. That's gonna be the last time she even kiss him. Finally got the blessing. Because little do she know, while they're moving, Junior from Players Club, the cousin, oh he ain't he with his men and they ready. And they in the car and they about to slide through. Oh, and they really mean business. And y'all know what happened. Ronnie comes out there. Her son is out there. Kane saves her son. He lives up to Peniel's words. He makes sure nothing happens to his son while he's alive. And Ronnie goes out there and you see Ronnie. She's devastated. And y'all want to know why Ronnie's devastated? Because Ronnie's 25 years old. Ronnie 25 years old in 93. She 25 years old. Her baby father is doing life without parole. And she finally had a young stepfather that she's known since she was all but at least 10, 11, 12, definitely 12. She's been a mother since he was 12. She's 25 years old, man. And she don't even got a stepfather no more now. She don't got a father. She don't even got a stepfather. And she got to cancel the Atlanta trip for at least another week and a half for the funeral. And that jump might get hit up. It's sad, man. It's sad, man. Watts, man. That environment around that time, man. Man, Randumb Rants, man. Like and subscribe.